chance for me to get a javelin on this fallen tree. There's one good piece. The one I really want is this one. Yeah, look at that sharp splinter. Perfect. Yeah, this one will work just fine. Crossed over that hill up there. I've come down into an area that has looks like a river or something, or a lake. I'm at the edge of a lake or something, and there's a little waterfall over here. I can hear the water running. Oh, look at that log jam right there. Pick and choose my way down through here. Yeah, it's just a little tiny stream that runs into this river. Or lake, whatever it is. I'm going to keep heading off in that direction. I'll follow the shoreline out around that way and see where it takes me. See, I got these two fish hooks here. One of them's a wasp, and the other one's just a conventional hook that I can go fishing with. I've got two blowguns and plenty of darts. And I got these two razor sharp javelins right here. One of them's about 4 foot long, and the other one's about 7 feet long. I'm ready to hunt and fish. Me staying here next to this lake is going to be a good opportunity for me to feed myself. But if I'm going to be able to stay here next to this lake, I've got to find some place that has a flatter shore. This area right here, the banks are just so steep. There's no place for me to build a shelter. And I just need a better location. So I'm going to have to keep following the edge of this lake until I find a suitable place to build a camp. And that's where I'll dig in and start worrying about how I'm going to feed myself. This here is a greenbrier vine. And these young tender leaves, like this here, are completely edible. And so is the tips of them. And you just eat those right up. These banks are just so steep, I'm having difficulty walking along through here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a coracle to ride on the surface of the lake itself. And it's going to make it a lot easier on me. I need to find some suitable grapevine, and I'm going to use a tent that I've got in my backpack. So let's get started on that. Alright, I got the basic frame put together. What I need to do now is lay a top rim along here. I'm going to make this upper edge flat. I'm going to take these waves out of it. Let me go find another vine. Okay, I'll just lash this right here. Thing on both sides with my lashings. That way everything stays nice and tight. Now, this will leave ends for me to lash on my next piece. Alright, that's just about got the frame of my coracle finished. And typical of all coracles, it's just got a wooden frame. Well, I'm using grapevines. You have some nice webbing down there to make the bottom of it. I'll have to lay a couple more pieces in. Go a long ways. Like that, so when I get in there and sit down on it, it won't allow me to fall through the bottom. So I guess that's what's next. That. All right. Yep, that's going to work fine. Alright, now my coracle frame is finished. I've turned it over, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to check the bottom of it and make absolutely certain that there's no sharp twigs or spikes or anything that could puncture the tarp that I'm going to cover the bottom of it with, and that'll just help keep from getting any holes in my boat. If I find anything, like this right here, I just very carefully trim it off. Looking pretty good. Yeah. that's wide enough to carry across any portage. So now what I got to do is cover the bottom of it. And yeah, I could use an animal hide. I could use birch bark if I had it. But all I have on hand now is the rain cover over a tent that I have. And yeah, it's waterproof. It's made out of a silk-like or parachute material, and that should work just fine for this application. So that's what I'm going to use. Just big enough. Good. Now what I got to do is pull this all together nice and tight, and lash it together with strings so that the strings pull it tight. And that should make a real good boat skin for my little coracle. And I sure wish I had an animal skin or something like that. It'd be a little bit better, or birch bark even. That'd be the best thing to use. Let's get to it. See, take a little stick, make a button. Cordage on there. See, it'll grab onto it and it won't let go. Alright, you see? 2 buttons, pull it together. Make it nice and tight across the bottom. And you just pull the whole thing tight, just like that. I got a few more ties to make, so I better get busy. And then the back ones, I'm going to pull in nice and tight, tie them off right here. And then the catches in the back, I'll just pull forward so they're nice and tight. See, that makes a nice tight skin around there. When I put this in the water, it's going to float just perfect. Now let's go test it out. Okay, well, my coracle leaked a little bit, so my solution was to take the rest of the tent instead of just the fly cover. I came out here with a tent that has a waterproof bottom, so I wrapped the waterproof bottom of the tent around my coracle, and then I put the cover sheet over that. And as you can see, with it all put together like that, it should be a lot more waterproof. And I'm fixing to cast off, and we'll see how it works. Alright. Put my backpack in there. Blowgun to my javelin. Gotta take those too, don't I? Well, this is a lot easier than walking through all that thick brush. Glad I decided to take that 3.5 or 4 hours to build a coracle frame. And of course, without something to cover the bottom with, I wouldn't have had anything. But even just a simple plastic tarp is really all you need. Or an animal skin. One problem you can encounter if you should happen to be able to build a coracle is you might not have a paddle, and the water may be too deep to pole along in. So one of the things we're going to explore right now is how to either make a paddle or improvise something to paddle along with in the water. We're about 10 inches down into it. Oh, broke that stick. See, you split the sumac, and then you can take small branches like this and break them about 8 or 10 inches wide, or in length, 8 or 10 inches in length. And you slide those twigs in there. See, and that gives you a paddle that'll work pretty good. And yeah, when you really got a lot of time, you can take the time, you can carve a paddle that works, perfectly. But just in a pinch, something like this will do fine. Now that's one excellent way to make a coracle with grapevines and a tent. In this world full of people, all I really want to do is just get away into the wilderness. So tomorrow morning, I don't know where I'm going. The one thing I do know is I'm not staying here. This is the shelter I'm using. It's my coracle. And yeah, I used an old tent to make it out of. I've got the mosquito screen right here. That's the bottom of the tent. I'm using it for a tarp. The covering I have on my coracle gets a hole in it. I can use this to cover it with. Keep it floating. And that's the simple tarp. That'll keep me going for a while. And we're going to explore my backpack for a minute. Yeah. I'm going to take my hatchet. Most people carry a lot of ropes and stuff. Well, I got a piece of string there of it. You see this black walnut root right here? That's all the cordage you really need. Yeah, I really do carry that in my pack. Simple textile to cover it with at night. I prefer that over a sleeping bag. And this is a raincoat right here. Band-aids, wooden spoon, yeah, Zippo fluid, a little jar full of cactus needles. Yeah. What do you carry in your backpack? Yeah, I do carry a Coleman Max cook set and a good frying pan. That's one thing that's the hardest thing to live without in the wilderness, is a means of cooking food and boiling water. So I always carry a small bucket and those couple things right there. And yeah, a ferrocium stick, a little magnesium flint stick. You know, I've built thousands of fires in my lifetime with every method you could think of, including scrubbing the bottom of a can with chocolate and sand. And what do I carry for food, you might ask? No. Food goes to a grocery store. It doesn't come from a grocery store. So at daybreak tomorrow morning, I'm packing up this coracle, loading up my pack with what few things I have, and I'm going to walk this last little portage down to the lake, and I'm going somewhere. I don't know where I'm going. I'm bugging out away from here, that's for sure. Stows away in there for easy carrying. Alright, I made it. Yeah, it don't get no more secluded than this. I do a little bit of arranging right here, and I got to get my ore out of here. I'll be good to go. See you later, shoreline. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, I came from down there. It's nothing like the serenity of a calm lake. Without the voices of 100 humans, machines running everywhere. Well, it just drives me crazy. Out here though, out here I feel right. Woodpecker. I don't see any leaks anywhere. Making a difficult portage like the one I just walked, 1.7 miles, brought me to this remote lake. And as you can see, everybody made the same effort. Yeah, that's the point. I don't see anybody either. And that's how I like it. I like to be out here in the woods by myself. That's what bugging out is all about. Yeah, survival food. Well, it's time to cast off. I'll see you guys later. Yeah, this little beach is going to afford me a nice place to stay for tonight. I think I'll dig in right here. Nice and flat, spacious. Yeah, I got some shade. Get out of the sun. Yeah, this will be a good place. This will be a good place to sit for a little while. Time to go rustle up some food. Some young tender green briar vine tops. Yeah, those are good. I started early preparing for my fire. Paper wasp nest, little bit of pine sap, some deer moss, pine fat. Yeah, these are lighter knots. And it's just the right time of day. It's early, mid-afternoon to catch grasshoppers. It only took me a couple minutes to catch these. I'm gonna go back out there and get some more. See? Nice handful of greenbrier vines. I'm gonna try my hand at bow and arrow fishing. Just a little bit of oil. I'm going to heat this up and put my grasshoppers on there. I'm going to fry my greenbrier stems. Yeah, that's going to be a pretty good meal. Yum, see? My blanched greenbrier vine tips. My fried grasshoppers. And yeah, when you cook grasshoppers, you got to make sure they're really, really, really well done. See? They were nice and crunchy too. Well, I'll cook the rest of those up. That was good. And the blanched greenbrier. Delicious. Yeah, that'll work just fine. I know, you have to go. Thanks for bugging out with me. I hope to see you next time. Pine knots make a good fire. I remember when I was a kid, I used to go out in the woods, gather up pine knots, and just burn fires made out of those. I ain't never fooled with cutting wood or splitting wood, picking up twigs off the ground. I always just gathered these pine knots. Pine wood smells really good when it burns. I always like being out on a lake like this at night, especially when it's a pristine lake. There's nobody else around anywhere, no lights, no lights on the shorelines, no boats out there, nobody fishing. I remember the first time I bugged out. I was 16 years old. Yeah, I stole a ham bone from my dad's refrigerator. Stayed gone for about 4 days. I finally did come back home. It was alright that I left for 4 days. He was damn mad about that ham bone. I'm Trapper Jack Survival. Thank you for watching. Yes, nothing like a plasticine lake at daybreak. Alright. That's almost enough for a meal. Got a nice great big snail. Oh, that's gonna be good. Handful of mussels. So far I've had a good day. Yeah, good thing I got that food. Now I can relax a little bit. Still really early in the day. I'll have to take about 3 hours this afternoon and make a shelter. So it doesn't get dark until about 9, so I can wait till 6. So I got several hours. I can just kind of relax a little bit and get my stuff together. Now, I know you're probably thinking I should probably be trying to make progress to get myself out of here, but I've been walking through this for about 2 days now. Yeah, I'm just really getting exhausted. And I finally found this river here, and now I've got me some fish and some mussels and stuff. I'm gonna just eat up and try to get some energy up. I'm gonna build a shelter,
tonight, and then tomorrow I'm going to brave the rest of this swamp and try to make it up into some of the upland forests that lie off in that direction there, about another, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles, I guess. And it's going to be a hard march through all these cypress knees and stuff. So now I'm going to start soaking my bracket fungus with a little bit of oil so that I can cook them fish. It'll take a while. I got to pour a little bit on, let it soak in, pour a little bit more on, let it soak in until it gets saturated. And once it gets wet, I can light it. Well, I got my torch ready. I'm going to burn the pine sap right here on this bracket fungus. It's just a simple little 3-stick torch. And I found this log that's got a knot hole in it. I'm going to hang my bracket fungus off of that, and I'm going to catch it on fire and burn it. And it'll keep it up off the ground, so it don't catch nothing on fire. And I got the same thing going on here. I got this one elevated up off the ground. I keep soaking it with oil. I got a little bit of cooking oil with me, and that's what I'm using. But on the torch, I'm going to use pine sap. So I'm kind of turning this into my campsite here. Let me go check on my fish. There's a log right in the water right there, and I got them just stuck back here, keeping them wet. Little branch stringer. They work pretty good. I'm going to try my hand at catching another fish, and what I've got is a cypress root. It's got these long, strong little roots on them. And what I do is I take a little piece of wood and a thorn, and I stick it through there, and I'm going to put my bait on it, and I'm going to use this to try and catch another fish, like I did the other 3. Okay, I got my bait on there. It's a nice little mussel. Everybody knows what fishing is, just put it out there. The first thing I'm going to do to make it dry is lay all these branches down. I got larger ones on either side to help hold the leaves that I'm going to put in here. I'm going to put a thick mat of leaves in here. Then you see the next layer. And at last, a nice thick bed of maple leaves. Now tonight when I'm laying down to go to sleep, I'll be nice and dry, even though this ground is just muddy everywhere. It's just mud everywhere. But I'm going to be nice and dry. To light the stove, I just light a candle underneath of it. And the candle lights the stove on fire. That stove was stubborn to light. It didn't want to light too good. So, we got this one going right there. And I'm ready to cook this perch and these 2 brim that I got. As soon as it gets lit. There, see, that's more like it. I can't forget to cook my snail. Boy, this is going to be really good. See, that makes an excellent stove. And in a place like this, where it's all swampy and everything's wet, it's good to not have to tromp around in the mud and chase wood. I'm Jack Survival. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I had everything I needed in this little camp last night. And I didn't burn up all the wood. I didn't tear down all the trees. The forest helped me and I respected it. I should have lit that torch last night.